For the first time, we're hearing the 911 tapes of a woman who says she witnessed Tuesday night's in-custody death.
She says she saw everything, and Eyewitness News reporter Tom Murphy listened to the tapes and has more. Tom?
Caitlin, the Kern County Sheriff's Department turned the tapes over to us today. Our first chance to hear what witnesses were saying just moments after David Silva was restrained by several sheriff's deputies. He died shortly after that. Take a listen to the tape.
Kern County Sheriff's Office, how can I help you?
Yeah, your police officer is over here on Flower, and I think it's Palm. What is it, Mom? Palm. There was a man laying on the floor, and your police officers beat the shit out of him and killed him.
The caller continued, saying the man had been unconscious, not breathing for at least 20 minutes. The caller says she had videotape from when the sheriffs first pulled up to when she called 911. She added she was right in front of where it all happened, and the sheriffs didn't have to do what they did.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sheriffs. The guy was laying on the floor, and 8 sheriffs ran up and started beating him up with sticks. The man is dead, laying right here, right now. And I got everything on videotape. The man was not doing nothing. These cops have no reason to do this to this man.
And he asked for help. He was yelling for help. He was begging for help. No one came because the people that were supposed to help him were the ones killing him.
Animals. That's what they portrayed to be to me, because that's what they acted like.
That's how Jason Land describes the deputies he saw Tuesday night.
They jumped out, reached for their bats, poles, whatever you want to call it, beat that man till they killed him, right in front of my face.
While sheriff's officials investigate a suspect's death in their custody, more questions are raised about what happened after that incident.
A witness we interviewed asks why he was arrested a few hours later, and a family asks why their cell phones were seized. Reporter Carol Ferguson has the latest.
Well, today we talked to the attorney that family hired. That lawyer was also contacted by the eyewitness we heard from yesterday. This all happened across from Kern Medical Center at about midnight on Tuesday. Officers say the suspect was reportedly intoxicated and he fought with the officers. They used batons to restrain him and he died later. 2 family members got cell phone video, and detectives arrived at their home a few hours later demanding the phones. Attorney John Teo says protocols must be followed. He questions why it took so long to get a search warrant and keeping the family in their home for hours till the search warrant arrived. Melissa Cuellar says her family wants the video to be available, and that's what they told officers.
We told them we weren't going to give them our phone. And they told us that it was evidence, and pretty much my house was a crime scene because we had the evidence.
I think they felt that they could intimidate these people in giving them their phones without the search warrant. And now they're holding the phones, and there's no reason to.
What are we supposed to do when we're witnessing a sheriff, police officer, whoever it may be that's, works with the law, committing a crime like this, man? Who do we call?
He called Eyewitness News. Even before being interviewed, Jason said he was afraid of going on camera. After speaking up, he said he felt like he was being followed by deputies. He couldn't stop thinking about what he'd seen Tuesday night.
So what are they going to do to me? They do the same to me. I ran.
He said he ran to the nearest friend he could find, who drove him to the hospital.
If I wouldn't have said nothing, I wouldn't be in cuffs. But since I said something, I'm in cuffs.
The 31-year-old, who's on felony probation for domestic violence, says he was arrested for being under the influence of PCP.
Under the influence of PCP, no test, no nothing. I was not under the influence of anything. I was scared for my life. I was paranoid.
Now he says he's being targeted.
I believe I'm going to be targeted for the rest of my life.
Land was released today and says he'll go home to his family.
I'm hiding. That's what I'm going to do. I don't trust outside. When the people that's supposed to protect me for people that do that without badges, the badges will do it too. Good. Can't do it.
He thinks there should be some consequences.
They deserve this. They don't deserve death, because I'm not God. I don't believe anybody deserves to die. But to be taken away to where they won't be able to do that again to anybody, they got the wrong one and cut.
Jason also said that he felt like there was an extended period of time between when he saw the man beat up and when the ambulances ultimately arrived. In studio, Tom Murphy, Eyewitness News. Caitlin, back to you.
Thanks, Tom. And we have more now on the man who died in custody, David Silva. We heard from his father last night. Today, Eyewitness News reporter Courtney Bryant spoke to Silva's brother. Courtney?
That's right. David Silva's brother, Christopher Silva, is in mourning, but that has not stopped him from speaking out. He says his brother was murdered at the hands of those who should have been fighting to save him. David Silva is survived by 4 children, ranging from ages 2 to 10. They haven't yet learned of their father's death, but when they do, Christopher Silva wants them to hear the right story.
And I don't want them thinking or being told that my brother was just a bum on the street laying face down in the pool of his own blood. He was much more than that, and if anything, I want them to be able to know that their father meant a lot to a lot of people. Christopher Silva says the memory of his brother will encourage him and his family to fight for justice. And he asked for help. He was yelling for help. He was begging for help. No one came because the people that were supposed to help him were the ones killing him. As the coroner's office is conducting an autopsy, the family has not yet been allowed to view the body. Christopher Silva says all he wants is to say goodbye one last time. All I ask for is to see my brother's body. You know, I want to see what they did to my brother before anything is kind of hidden, you know, before anything is made up. I don't want anyone else to see. Just let me go in there and let me see my brother. The coroner's office says an autopsy has been conducted, but results have not yet been released. We will, of course, be sure to bring you the latest as this story continues to develop. Back to you.